Gosh, there's one. Yes, sir. Gosh. Good grief, get your butt in here.
Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to TRF. I am excited about today's episode because, as you can see behind me, we've got some dang flooded forest. We're gonna be catching some awesome big bass today on various different lures, and I'm not joking when I tell you there are some awesome fish catches in this video you are not gonna wanna miss, so don't go anywhere.
Yo, whoa.
As you can probably tell, we have the kayaks here today. I've got the native Titan 10.5. I will have it linked down in the video description. And the property we are fishing today is Acker Lake on Cody Ranch. It is a private water fishing property. And like I said, this property is unbelievable. There are some big bass to be caught, and you're gonna see them in today's episode. Now, real quick, today's episode is brought to you by Blue Storm life jackets and Amphibia sunglasses. More on that to come after the first fish catch. Now, just like I do on any body of water, I want to take a quick look around to make sure I fully understand what's going on the body of water before I truly decide to hunker down and fish one area, today being the flooded forest. And the first thing I noticed when I got the kayak in the water is that there were bluegill spawning up shallow, which in my mind triggered frog, swim jig, soft plastic, and of course, bass being around the area. So I got my kayak into shallow water and fished around.
Dude, there are some bluegill spawning over there, my God. There's just so much grass in this place.
I quickly realized though that the shallow water was not holding nearly as many bass as I thought in my mind it should, and so I slid out to the edge.
Gosh, I knew it. I knew it.
And so with that one clue, I knew exactly where to target my frog to catch these bass, and we finally caught our first fish.
There we go. There we go. Get in here, buddy. Get your booty in here. Not a giant. Matter of fact, I can basically pick him up by the frog. The bite was more ferocious than the fish was, what am I saying? Than the fish's size was.
Wow. You do have a way with words.
The story of today is covering water. We have a lot of water to cover. It's a big, big lake here, and we have a lot more depth, like I talked about, than I thought we were gonna have. So I'm gonna keep the frog locked in my hand for a little bit, but if I see anything out there on scope, or I just see a good tree, I'm gonna pull out the jig, see if I can't flip me up a big one. But man, if they're out suspended, open water, over the edge of some grass, that is prime territory for a vibrating jig or a swim bait. So we'll have to check it out.
Well, like I said, today's episode is brought to you by two sponsors that have been around the channel for a very long time. We've got Blue Storm PFDs and Amphibia Eyegear. I've been wearing these sunglasses for years and years and years. They are awesome because they float. You didn't believe me, did you? And the recent owners of the company are two good longtime friends of mine in the fishing industry, so we are taking this company to the moon. I believe I have like a 25% off discount. I will have it linked down in the video description. And Blue Storm is an awesome company as well. They're based out of Japan, but the people that I work with are based in Minnesota. They are some awesome stinking people. I love Blue Storm, and they make a really, really cool product. They make auto-inflatable PFDs to keep you safe out on the water, and just regular foam PFDs. They're all Coast Guard approved, and they have awesome colors. This here is Cryptek Camo. How sick. As you see in all my kayak videos, I'm wearing a life jacket. I take my safety on the water really, really seriously, and you should as well. So whether you need a life jacket or somebody in your family needs one, make sure you check out Blue Storm before you purchase. I will have discount codes for this and this linked down in the video description. Let's get back to the fishing.
I left my spinning rod in the truck. So my rod that I throw drop shots and wacky rigs and that kind of stuff. So if I do start seeing some fish on scope and they're not, eating a jig or something dropped to them, I may go back to the truck to get my Texas rig drop shot rod. Oh, I got a bite. I got a bite. He was not big. And I love this kayak because it's got rod tubes, which is crazy. You can literally keep a rod off to the side in a rod tube. All right, more casts with the frog on the edge of the grass, but I don't think the fish are gonna be way up in the slop. That's the problem with slop, is that sometimes it doesn't actually create a canopy. The grass on top dies, but it just is covering a lot more dead grass. It's not opening up to a healthy, open ecosystem underneath. So not all the slop you see is good slop. Not all the pads you see are good pads. Not all the reeds you see are good reeds. There are good and bad places to throw a frog that on the outside look identical. So I'm gonna make a video about that. It's gonna be a video about topwater frogs, but also about bottom composition mixed with vegetation. It'll be a good video. I'm excited. I'm gonna make that this summer. Fishing a little bit. Goodness, gosh, small fish. I hammered him, didn't even get the hooks in him. He's just that teeny tiny. But that was the shallowest bite I've got yet, which makes me think there's a better edge this way. And as a matter of fact, I'll probably confirm it on the drone when I get it up in the air. So, goodness, they're so small. Can we get the braid off the tip, please? A lot of the time, your hookup ratio on a frog is not the fact that you're doing something wrong. It's that the fish is just too small. Because I mean, when you think about it, it's a big old double hook that's got to get them. And that's not always easy for a fish to get the frog in perfect position on the top or the side of the mouth to get hooked. I'm gonna catch them out there, well, 10 feet. Gosh dang it. These trees are all deeper than I had hoped. But I assume as I work my way farther north, I'll find a bunch of shallower trees. It's kind of the struggle with lakes like this. I mean, you look around me, there's too much cover. Now, Minnesota, the fish populations are high enough that there practically are fish on every big grass flat and stretch of dock, stretch of trees. But down here in Texas, it's a little bit tougher to find a population big enough. It is hard to see, honestly, through all these trees. It's kind of disorienting. Oh, what the heck was that? Oh, man. That was horrible. Gosh. I tried to backwards hook set with a frog in 50-pound braid, and that did not work. Probably just gave myself carpal tunnel or something. Goodness, now we're all tied up. You may not like it, folks, but that was what peak fishing performance looks like. Well, they'll bite a frog up in, how deep are we here? It's like 10 feet of water on those trees. Interesting. Makes me think I can flip a jig after I make some more casts with the frogs. Gosh, holy cow, right next to the boat. Whoa, holy smokes, that was crazy. Get in here. Whoa. I was trying to get my line unstuck from a branch up there, and this fish came out of the trees and nabbed it. Dang. Whew. That was wild. Got some water on the lens. Well, if they're gonna bite a topwater frog up in this stuff, I'm gonna have a fun day. Although if they're gonna bite a frog in it, they're also gonna bite a jig. So I should probably stop being dumb and throw in this thing. It's got a worse hookup ratio and probably gets less bites. Let's turn around. Get out of here. All right, Mr. Jig, do your thing. I just want to feel that thump. You know what, the more that I fish a jig around this stuff, I really think a frog and a swim bait is actually, well, hold up. As I say that, I caught this one swimming it. So for sure, the fish are suspended higher in the column than I thought. What a chunky fish. Beautiful genetics. Got that juice jig down his face. But both bites that I've gotten in the trees have been fish that were chasing. So that tells me real quick that I'm gonna take the jig off. I'm gonna put on a swim bait and fish the swim bait and the frog around the tops of these trees. Actually, I'm gonna keep the jig on. And I'm gonna put the swim bait on a braid rod because I think that gives me a better chance at getting these fish out of this aquatic vegetation. In situations like these, there is nothing quite like a flashy swimmer. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get smoked on this thing. Oh, that looks so good. Gosh, right there, man. Right next to the boat. He had it by the tail. Oh gosh, I feel like these fish are frog eaters in this shallower, grassy trees. I'm gonna keep it honest with the swim bait, but I think they want the frog. It's the vibe I get right now. Gosh, there's one. There's one. Come on now. Get out of there. Get out of there. Yes, sir. That's 65-pound braid for you. Yes, sir. Gosh. Good grief. Get your butt in here. Oh my goodness. He got his butt in here. Oh, 3-pounder right there, baby. He got that Mach frog down the dang gullet. That is awesome. Heck yeah. Beautiful, my friends. You know, I gotta get an Instagram story real quick. That was one of the more aggressive bites I've ever had on a frog, especially in a kayak like this, fishing trees like this. That'll get your blood pumping. Gosh, and he was not coming off. Hooked so well. Just roof of the mouth and all that good stuff. Thank you, my friend. 3-pounder up in the trees. See that Mach frog? It is chewed up. Gosh, that was insane. Let's do it again. So I think I've discovered a few things already in my hour and a half I fished here. They are aggressive, 1. They are on the edge, 2. And they're willing to come up and eat topwater. So it kind of eliminates a lot of things. Eliminates bottom baits. So could I catch them on a jig? Yes, but I think I'm gonna catch them as the jig is higher up in the column. Especially with how nasty this stuff is. I would rather not put even 20-pound fluorocarbon to the test against this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna be throwing my frog and my swim bait on the heavy stuff. 50 and 65-pound braid, which some might say is overkill. And those people are Instagram commenters that have never bass fished in this stuff in their life. Oh, I fish 20-pound and that kind of stuff all the time. Oh, really? Do you? And you actually get fish out and your line isn't nicked up? Because that's the problem with 20-pound braid. Yeah, it's strong, but it is easily frayable. And braid it's almost like a lithium battery. It's strong until it's not, and then it goes to 0. At least monofilament and fluorocarbon, they can have some abrasion resistance to them. Braid doesn't have a whole lot of that. If it's abrased, that's a word, it loses its strength pretty quick. That's why you kind of got to beef it up a little bit. My merch brand, Infinite Outdoors. I'm wearing the Yuri Sun shirt right now. It's an AFCO product that we have my logo printed on. Really proud of this brand, what it stands for, and a lot of you guys in the past months have supported and got some clothing, so means a whole lot to me. Thank you so much. I'll have it linked down in the video description. This shirt here has the old buff and a hoodie. I'd grab the hoodie, but it's behind my life jacket. We've got regular Samurai Sun shirts coming back in stock. We've got Reapers, the sweatshirts, coming back in stock. There is so much good stuff about to hit the store. We have a really cool, kind of like a boutique type design that has on the back of it one of the sayings I say here on the channel. It'll be an Infinite shirt, but it'll be more TRF focused. So I'm excited to show you guys that as well. We got lots of cool stuff coming from Infinite Outdoors. And I can't prove it, but I think this shirt here helps me catch infinite bass throughout the year. So for what that's worth, you know, I think I need to cover a little more water. I'm kind of going too slow with the top water. Once again, I look down and there's grass all underneath me and I'm casting way up there. I don't think the fish are there. I think they're out here. Gosh, I just hooked something big. I just hooked something large. What did I hook? What did I hook? I don't know what it is, but it's huge. It's huge. I think it's a big bass. I'm just surprised it hasn't jumped yet. Yeah, it's a bass. I pitched my Thunder Cricket over to something I saw on the scope. Yo, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think I have a scale, but this is a ginormous fish, ginormous. I mean, when they start taking drag like he did, you know they're big. I mean, this might be like 8, 9 pounds. Goodness gracious, folks. Goodness me. Me oh my oh gosh. Holy cow. Holy cow. Get in here. Get in here. Yes, sir. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is big. That is big. Thunder Cricket to the top of the face. Holy cow. That's an 8-pounder. Oh my gosh. I gotta get a selfie. Let's get him off. All right, hooked a little better than I thought, but still an absolute mega. Thank you, my friend. Wish I had a scale on me. Probably goes 6 and change. Just thick. I mean, it could have gone 8, I don't know. Either way, grande. That was awesome. I figured there'd be a few fish sitting out there in the middle somewhere, and I was right. And it kind of makes sense. The more that I'm paddling out in the middle, I'm seeing on live scope, there's a whole bunch of grass kind of clumps around this open area here. And it's the same depth. I mean, it's 6 to 10 feet all across this flat. And that's just classic grass flat stuff. I'm talking making bomb casts out there, letting it sink all the way down to the bottom and retrieving it back in. So I guarantee you without live scope, I could still do that. Now that I know what's out here, I could take a big swim bait, a big vibrating jig, a big, bottom contact spinner bait and just drag it out here. Even a Carolina rig, maybe in colder water conditions when there's not as much snot down there on the bottom. This is a good area right here, kind of outside of the edge that these fish are sitting on. And obviously, they're in a hungry mood. If you get around them, they're gonna eat. There's one. There's one, yes sir. Right on the edge of the grass. Right on the edge of the grass. I should just be fan casting out here, honestly. There's enough fish just kind of cruising the bottom. I shouldn't even have to scope them. Heck yeah. Bring it in here. Bring it in. Oh, I love me a 3-pounder on the Thunder Cricket. Thank you, buddy. Bottom lip. I'm just gonna make fan casts out here. Keep myself in this general area. It's a really good kind of outside grass edge. One of my favorite ways to catch them right here. Just wind in a chatterbait. There's one on the edge. Just winding around. Heck yeah. Let's go. This is fun. This is fun. Not gonna complain. Oh, there we go. He got off. Make another cast up there. Sink all the way to the bottom, immediately start my retrieve kind of fast, and then I slow it down. The immediate fast retrieve is to kind of pop it out of any, aquatic grass that's down there. Oh, that one hit the snot out of it. My goodness. Wow. Wowzers, that was awesome. They are just stacked right here. I want to shake this guy off. Come on, get off for me. Pop yourself free. Nah, he's not gonna. All right. Hey, yo. Green pumpkin, tungsten thunder. Is that 2 casts in a row? Is that 3 casts in a row that I've had bites? Sink all the way to the bottom, pop it, and then slow retrieve. Oh man, that was a bite. That was one. I'm fishing in 6 feet of water right now, and so you really need the 1/2 ounce Thunder Cricket to keep the bait down there. 6 feet beneath the surface, 3/8 is a little bit too light, but they are stacked down there. Just a little bit of grass sticking up off the bottom. Perfect scenario to throw this bait. And yes, live scope helped me find this area, but now I'm just fan casting and I've gotten more bites in a real quick time span without using live scope than I did with it. And that's a nice one. That feels like a big one. I can't tell, maybe I have them like side hooked. No, it's a big one. Goodness, nice fish. Nice fish. They are stacked down there. Goodness. A 3-pounder. Come on now. Come on now. Just get in this boat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Just a chunk. Look at that thing. Wow. Ate it on the fall. Let's get back out there. This is awesome. This is awesome. I wonder how much more grass edge I could do this on. Oh gosh. Goodness, they're everywhere. Oh, I had one. There he is. Gosh, that is so much fun. That is so much fun. All right, get off for me, please. I'm trying to get some quick releases to get back in there, but these fish are hooking themselves pretty good. Oh my gosh. Dang, son. I don't even know where the best cast is. I'm just kind of getting out there. I feel like a crankbait could also catch these fish, like a medium diving crank. Not saying I'm trying to like change what I'm throwing, but it would be interesting to see if I can catch them on something else. There's one. Yes, sir. Come on. Are you bigger? Are you bigger? You're a nice one. Man, these fish are aggressive. Good grief. There is nothing like an edge of the grass bite when these fish are stacked up. Goodness. Look at the proportions of that one. He got the thunder cricket down the gullet. This fish is probably 2.5 pounds and he's all of 14 inches. Down the mouth. Heck yeah, look at that thing. Goodness. Don't even got much of a trailer left on there. Who cares? Yes, on the fall. On the fall. Holy cow, it's just this whole edge right here. I thought when I first discovered these fish on live scope, they had to be out here in the middle. That was just the bigger fish kind of straggling off the edge. There are tons and tons of fish to be caught on the immediate edge, right where the grass starts to get a little thicker, not just the clumps out there in the middle. See, this is why I love private water fishing. This organization is so cool. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'm wearing them out on a chatterbait. Hold up, I got another one.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, got off. Quick release. What's up?
Them parents in Highland Park are still without power.
Dude, I just caught a bluegill dangling my my thunder cricket off the edge of the kayak. Dude, it's like I can't even get to the bottom. There are so many fish stacked on that edge. Gosh. This is nuts. This is nutso. And they're all strong. Come on with it, buddy. Come on. Get your butt in here. I'm trying to do better at landing a fish with more line out. There we go. Top of the mouth. For fish that are hitting it on the fall, these fish are getting hooked surprisingly well. Like, I'm gonna cast it out there and watch my line. See if I see it jump. Don't think it jumped that time. Nope. So I guess I have to finally retrieve my bait. This is the kind of bite that dreams are made of. This is awesome. Gosh. Holy cow. Gosh, one followed me right to the boat. Holy smokes, 4-pounder. I had a bluegill bite. Gosh, and this guy came and ate it right here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, he's around the live scope. Get off of there. Thank you, buddy. Whoa, whoa. Look at that fish. Right at the stinking boat. They're everywhere. This is crazy. Holy smokes. Just cast anywhere up on this grass edge right here. I'm gonna show a drone shot on the screen right now, showing the whole area that is too shallow, the area that is too deep, but I ended up catching a few fish at, the bigger ones, or at least the first few big ones, and then kind of like the sweet spot, right in the middle where all these fish are sitting in about 4 to 6 feet of water. And I've probably got a 30-yard strike window, which is huge. Yep, right as it hit the water. I'll watch my line tick. Goodness gracious. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think he's bigger than I thought he was. Man, braid against vegetation is the best sound in fishing, but fluorocarbon against water is a close second. Oh, what a tub. What a tub. A tubby 3-pounder. He got all belly on him. Goodness. All right, my trailer is falling off. Don't know how many more fish I can get. I should probably put a new one on. But I see fish right here in front of me. So I'm just gonna flip right there. See if I can get one. No, had one, he bit the trailer. All right, new trailer. And how many fish are we on this one vibrating jig? Doesn't even look like it's been torn up at all. There's a lot of badly built vibrating jigs out there, and the Tungsten Thunder Cricket is not one of those. I'm putting a little Mach schooler green pumpkin on the back of this thing. It is just the perfect little bluegill imitator. I've seen the bluegill up spawning shallow in this lake. They are not big, they're not giant gills, so I don't need to be throwing a rage craw or a structure bug on the back of this thing. A little Mach schooler is the perfect imitation. There we go. Get in here. Oh, hey. Do not concuss yourself, my friend. There we go, pressure point. Got him. See ya. And as much as I want to be fishing up in the trees, and that's what I titled and thumbnailed this video, I have discovered that these fish are, at least the bulk of them, are out here on the dang edge. Come on, catch up with them. There we go. Yes, sir. That's why having a at least fast enough gear ratio reel, it's a 6:2 to 1. It's not super fast, but it's fast enough to be able to catch up with these fish when they make a crazy run at you. Oh, goodness. Gosh. Oh, what a chunk. Man, these fish are fun. This is awesome. This is awesome, man. Acker Lake, Cody Ranch, private water fishing. You best not be anywhere else. Wow, I just went like 5 casts without catching one. The bite must have died. Although as I joke about that, I think the bite actually has died a little bit. I mean, I was catching them or getting to bite every cast for the last 15, 20 minutes. And now I've made 10 casts, haven't gotten a fish. So I think we wore out this school. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because that was a lot of stinking fun. Oh, but I guess isn't over yet. Ooh, what are you, my friend? Goodness. Are you larger? Are you grande? You ain't jumped yet. Gosh. Got a fighter on our hands. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Holy cow. Holy smokes. That's another 6, maybe a 5 and change. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get in here. Get in here. Whoa. This has been just the most unbelievable bite. 5-6 pounder. Goodness. I got to get Instagram story of this one. And I think I've discovered my favorite vibrating jig combo right now. It is the Lew's 7.3 medium heavy moderate fast custom light rod, BB1 Pro, 17-pound fluorocarbon, I think it's Seaguar and Vizex, and the Tungsten Thunder Cricket gets the job done. Dang. Oh, no way. Oh, hey, we got one, folks. Making a cast with the Thunder Cricket right to the edge of a tree. All right, so looks like we found a better bush and or a better area. Not a giant. Oh gosh, kind of caught my line on his gill plate there. Alrighty, cool. Most folks don't know you can actually flip a vibrating jig just like you can a regular jig. Can you hop it and skip it as well? No, you can't, but If you're in a bind and all you've got is a vibrating jig, and you just want to make a jig-like presentation, falling right next to a tree or a bush or a dock, you can do that. Doing that though, on a vibrating jig can get you stuck, because you ain't got no weed guard, like you do on a regular jig. Yes, sir. Gave it a little, oh no. I gave it a little hop once it reached the bottom and felt a donk. And that donk was a bass, but bass got off. Dang it. Good thing is though, we found some fish, so if they're out here, they're probably all spread throughout these trees as well. Well, boys and girls, I realized that I didn't film an outro. I have nowhere to sit. Well, all I've got to say is, my goodness, folks, what a stinking fun day. I have not had a bite like that in a very long time, let alone have it in the kayak behind me. Just a blast. So if y'all enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out the tackle I was using, specifically my vibrating jig combo that, again, I'm still in the testing phases of, but I'm pretty sure I'm in love with it as far as boat and bank fishing go. Not so sure about kayak. It takes a little bit more strength to set the hook on a moderate action rod, but I'm definitely feeling it. So if you want to see my last kayak uncut video, again, this wasn't necessarily an uncut, but it definitely was longer due to the crazy amount of fish catches. I will have that up here in the corner. My private water fishing lake that I was on will be down below, as well as the kayak, the Titan X right there. But you know what? Enough talking. Let's get out of the garage and let's get you guys on the water. We'll see you all next time right here on TRF.